This radioactive podcast. It's your host, Ace Boogie. And y'all, I got a special guest for you today. Sir, introduce yourself.
So my name is Anthony Johnson. I am the founder and creator of Dream Leadership Academy.
And is your phone on silent, sir?
No, it's not.
Can I get you to do that for me?
Not
please?
a problem. Not a problem.
Help me, please.
Yeah, because it's been going off all day. But things happen, you get busy and that's how it works.
So, please tell us why you were here today. You have.
So I just wanted to, I guess, let your viewers know about our nonprofit here in San Antonio, Texas, and give them some more information regarding who we are, what we do, what we offer. Your viewers, the city of San Antonio, and people that look like you and me.
So what is it called?
Dream Leadership Academy.
Dream Leadership Academy.
Yes, sir.
So, what is Dream Leadership Academy?
So we're a mentorship program, a nonprofit for Black and Brown students here in San Antonio, Texas. Our focus, we have a mentorship and scholarship program called Hometown Heroes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, I like that. So when did you start this organization? Like, when did it become a IRS recognized 501c?
So we became a 501c3 nonprofit back in April of this year. But we've been building the organization for a while now. I've been working on it since roughly 2012. But I didn't really know, and God kind of puts you in a direction, and once you figure out where you're going, you start putting the pieces together.
I want to get more into detail. What exactly does this organization or nonprofit do?
So first off, as a nonprofit, any donations that we receive are tax deductible for any of our donors, consumers or corporate donors.
Donors. What are you getting donors for?
Donors to supply our entrepreneur kits for our students that go out and do our community service projects throughout the city.
Okay. And what makes your organization different from other nonprofits?
So DREAM, which stands for Delegation of Resilient Entrepreneurs Achieving More. We are what's considered a nonprofit social enterprise. So basically it's a mix between, you have on one end of the spectrum a traditional business model, and the other you have a traditional nonprofit, just goes out, asks for money, and does good in Africa or wherever. Or maybe has dealt with a specific issue in the past, cancer, different things. And ours, we don't necessarily rely solely on donations from just anybody and everybody, right? So we are able to kind of self-generate the funds that are needed to continue growing our mission in an area. So we utilize business concepts and strategies to achieve our social mission as a whole.
Okay. And
so kind of like, for instance, Goodwill.
Okay.
Right. So Goodwill, if you go check out Goodwill, their mission is to repurpose trash or items that others don't want any longer, right? They generally call them gently used items, right? They clean them up, they make them more amazing, and then they go sell them. Okay. Now, just because you're a nonprofit doesn't mean you can't sell anything, right? Because Goodwill is a nonprofit, but they're actually a special kind. They're a social enterprise as well. They sell goods, but through selling those goods, they're able to generate the revenue that's needed to pay their employees, to offer scholarships, to do good in their community, and so on and so forth. So they don't call it, oh, well, we just sell clothes and furniture. They repurpose gently used items. It saves from things being thrown away and being in the landfills and taking up all the landfills and adding to the pollution in the world. So, Goodwill's been around for many, many years. But as of lately, more and more nonprofits are looking for ways to be able to generate the revenue that's needed to continue functioning, and continue growing their mission.
Okay. Now, What is your organization's like social purpose?
So Dream's social purpose is to ultimately lower the number of Black and brown men and women that are incarcerated every year in the United States. We target the areas that are most at risk, and we help guide the students. They say the kids are our future, right? So we help guide these students that maybe wouldn't have that male figure or even female figure in their lives. We help guide them and mold them to always do what's right. Something my mother used to always tell me. But unless you're coming from a two-parent household to kind of teach you those things in an effective manner, or the most effective manner, I would think, we try to help do that with our mentorship program.
So is Dream Leadership a mentor program?
Yes, sir. Dream Leadership Academy is a social nonprofit. We have a variety of different programs and activities that we do to encourage the health and well-being, the social welfare of our participating students. Our program, Hometown Heroes, that is a mentorship program. And our students can go out and earn scholarships as well. So service-based scholarships, right? So when you think about scholarships going to school, there are two types. You have your educational scholarships and you have your service scholarships, right? So when you do something, we give our students the opportunity to do something to earn money. So you don't necessarily have to be the brightest one in the bunch, but if you're willing to go out there and do and serve, we think that deserves an opportunity for you to continue your education.
So, are they going to be doing like community service? Or?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So how do you generate any type of revenue from community service?
So our students go out, first off, they build teams and they go out and they strategize together. They learn how to work together in a group setting. They identify social issues in the community or different things that they may want to do to uplift others in their community. To give you an idea, let's say they want to do Thanksgiving being a couple of days away. Let's say they want to do a turkey giveaway, right? So they have to go out. Let's say go to H-E-B. It's one of my favorite places to shop, right? Let's say they go out and they want to give away 20 turkeys to 20 families in need. Well, you got to go raise the money for the 20 turkeys, right? So in doing that, after they've raised the money that they need, they give away those turkeys and they document their process, working together with the teams, raising money to donate the turkeys, and the process of actually the families receiving those turkeys. At the end of the 12-week period, or for us, we offer a semi-annual scholarship, but the program is only for 12 weeks. But at the end of that period, we grade each team based on their impact in their area. So you may have one team that did a turkey giveaway, but you had another team that did a car wash, and you had this other team that built a brand new park for the kids to play in. Well, we would look at that and say, hey, that team that built that park, they had the greatest impact. So we want to offer them the larger scholarship package as opposed to the team that did the turkey giveaway. We may only offer them a smaller scholarship amount.
So how are these kids, or what different ways do you have for these kids to raise this money?
Say it again.
What different ways do you have for these kids to raise this money? Like, how are they going to raise this money to do a turkey drive, to even build a playground? Like, how are they supposed to?
So in our scholarship program, Hometown Heroes, we offer the strategy, the guidebook, and the tool that they use to go out and raise money, which for us is a membership wristband.
Okay.
That membership wristband allows them to go out and seek donations from consumers in their area so that they can raise money for this membership wristband. The membership wristband allows them to save money at a variety of different businesses.
So this is the reason for them, for someone wanting to get this wristband, because they get discounts.
Well, we don't want them to always look at it that way. We want them to help out that child, give that child the opportunity to go out and serve in their community. But more importantly, learn about becoming a social entrepreneur. There are different You could be a doctor, a lawyer, or a lot of us nowadays, we're saying we're all entrepreneurs. But generally speaking, an entrepreneur goes out to sell something or provide a service, right? And be independent and be on their own. A social entrepreneur identifies social issues in their area, and they plan and strategize to achieve that mission, whatever that may be. Mm-hmm. They implement their plan and they track and record their progress to be able to measure the impact that was made.
So you want to teach them, not only mentor them, but also teach them how to be entrepreneurs as well.
Absolutely. But social entrepreneurs, so ones that go out and make their world better, the ones that go out and do good.
How will they, well, I guess more of the question is, what about, do you ask them about things that they want to learn or want to be when they, you know what I'm saying? What type of things they want to entrepreneur? You know what I mean?
We hope to encourage that thought process. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's the entire point of the mentorship.
But they'll learn through you how to be an entrepreneur on their own.
They learn a variety of different tasks and principles, not just from a business standpoint. I mean, because you can go to school and get a degree in business, mm-hmm. right? But at the same time, we want them to be able to think strategically, think outside the box, analyze the need, and work with others to find that solution, right? Mm-hmm. Just over here on the east side, again, with HEB, mm-hmm. If HEB were to close its doors on the east side, a lot of people would freak out. Where am I going to get my groceries, right? But little do they know, right down the street, there's actually a place that they cultivate their own. It's like a little mini garden, right? Mm-hmm. So they teach their kids how to grow their own plants and vegetables and fruits, mm-hmm. and then how to utilize those items and cook with those items as well to be more self-sufficient. So mm-hmm. now you don't have to spend a bunch of money. I mean, you still want to make a quick trip to HEB and get what you need, but at the same time, you still want to be independent to know how to do it on your own, mm-hmm. right?
The value of knowing how to do it on your own.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the different businesses, how do you plan on doing that?
So we offer strategic partnerships with our businesses, our corporate partners. They either reach out through us or we reach out directly to them. And with these partnerships with our businesses, we also work with local veterans in the area. San Antonio's a military city, USA, right? So there are a ton of veterans out there. If you're a veteran looking to become a mentor, please reach out to us at 210-741-1223. And just say, hey, look, I'm thinking about becoming a mentor. What can I do? What steps can I take? The mentors, not just the veterans, you could be an educator as well, a teacher in the area, and you want to go above and beyond. Teachers already do a lot as it is, and they're probably underpaid, mm-hmm. but we want to give those teachers an opportunity to continue that bond with their children, with mm-hmm. their students, and go out and make the world a better place. So through partnerships with our veterans, our teachers, and our local businesses, it's the main reason why we are who we are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We kind of bring everybody together and we say, hey, look, this is what we're trying to do. And we go out there and we execute the mission.
Why did you start this whole nonprofit in the first place?
So it was it's a long story, but long story short, how I was telling you earlier with, God kind of directing my path. Long time ago, I had stumbled upon a valuable, what I consider to be a valuable idea, mm-hmm. right? I didn't really know where it was going to go from there. And again, it's been several years because we're talking 2012, right? We're here in 2019, about to be 2020. But over that time in doing my research and development, learning about business, learning about nonprofits, figuring out which direction would be the best direction to go with what I had. I chose to, I don't know if this is the best verbiage to use, but I chose to spread the wealth, mm-hmm. as opposed to, having a corporation where we're making all the money, right? Mm-hmm. I figured it'd be better to help everybody else out in this regard. But back in the day, I mean, I had employees that were making $45 an hour. I mean, and that's pretty decent money. But at the same time, you know, one guy can make $45 an hour, or everybody can go out and do good and they can earn a piece of the pie as well.
Okay. So how is this nonprofit going to help the community?
How's it going to help the community? Just little things. I mean, you know, one thing that I stick by is if we all do a little, a lot can get accomplished, right? So to give you an example, I just moved out of where I was living, and we look to open up our new office here shortly. But the cleaning process, the moving process, that's a lot when you only have one or two people, right? But if I had a lot more help, we just do a little bit, we get it done quickly, effectively, and probably have a lot of fun doing it, right? So that's what we're all about, is teaching our students to work together. You know, there's a lot of separatism, or, you know, what do you call that? Divided attitudes out there. You know, you're this religion, you're that religion, I'm this color, you're that color. But at the end of the day, you know, I think one of the main points that, you know, global activists are concerned with is, you know, the world as a whole is going down the drain, right? They're not too concerned with Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, Green Lives Matter. They're more focused on the world matters. Let's work together to figure out a solution, right? So working backwards and using that same concept, you know, if we all were to work together a little bit more, I think we get a lot more done.
Yeah. It's kind of like that commercial where they did one thing of kindness and they kept passing it, and then, you know what I mean, it becomes a bigger thing at that point.
Absolutely. I mean, are you talking about where they
did one thing nice,
a nice thing, and then the next person does it? So that's like, what do they call that? Not pass it along, but kind of similar to each one teach one. But I get what you're saying, and that's kind of the same. But we want to start with the students at a younger age. We work with students between the ages of 7 and 12 and 13 and up.
Sounds like another good thing about this is this will actually another thing that will help with the community with this is it sounds like that it will help these kids raise that scholarship money, as you were saying.
Absolutely.
To go towards school, or what else could that go towards? Is it just specifically?
It's not just tuition. I mean, it could be tuition, it could be room and board, it could be dining, right? And at the same time, it's not just for college students, right? So high school students that are getting ready to enter college, and then the younger students as well. I mean, if I'm a freshman in high school, you know, most freshmen, you know, especially probably us, but most freshmen, they're not thinking about, you know, college, which college I'm gonna go to, how much money college is. I mean, at some point in life, you have to realize that your parents aren't going to pay for everything. FAFSA is a good option, sure, but saving money is also a really good option. And if you can start doing things now to make your community a better place, well, we think that deserves a reward, right? And so with your scholarship money, and our scholarships are awarded up to $5,000 for each scholarship, but taking that scholarship money and putting it in the bank, and, you know, we try to teach our students, to save a little bit, right? And if you need to do something else with the rest, that's completely up to you. But the hope is that you save all of your scholarship dollars, right? And continue to come back and continue to participate and continue to make your community better and better. And then we hope to attract, you know, larger donations, but at the same time, you know, even your local mom and pop shop. I mean, to be honest with you,
it helps them out as well, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Because what winds up happening is now everybody's participating in the program. You know, they're going to want to go to the places that are helping make the community a better place. So, you know, just to give you an idea, if I have 2 grocery stores that I can go shop at, but one, HEB, is offering me a special deal or discount to go shop at their store.
One you're going to go to.
Bingo.
which drives traffic to that specific place. That's nice.
Win business principles right there.
That's nice.
So we wanted to be on your show so that we can hopefully attract your audience. You know, I would assume that your audience probably looks like you and me. I would assume that, you know, some of your viewers may want to get involved in their community, get involved in a child's life, maybe their own child's life, or maybe, you know, they just feel that they can't do anything with their child and they need a mentor.
So not only will it help with schooling and so forth, however, for these students,
Yes.
it also helps replenish the community, especially these small business owners and so forth.
Absolutely.
It drives that traffic.
Economic development. Absolutely.
So how long is this program with the children? Is it all year round?
12 weeks.
12-week
12
program.
weeks, 3 months, really. You know, we have to give them a time period to work together, you know, build that commonality with one another. Hopefully they're not just 5 random kids off the street, right? So the idea would be that, you know, maybe you have a church that has kids in their congregation and they want to offer our mentorship program at their church. Maybe you have a single mom of 2 or 3 that wants to work with a single dad of 1, and they want to work together and build a team and go out and do and hope that their child is able to generate an opportunity to earn a scholarship. You know, even corporations or businesses that don't have scholarship money to offer or choose not to offer scholarship money, or even the small mom and pop shop that has 5 or 6 employees. You know, I was the other day I was talking to Eddie over at Chapman's Chicken. You know, and he has something that he does for his employees. And I believe he offers them $100 once they graduate. Right, that's an incentive. That incentive would make me want to work with you, work for you, stay with you. You know, employee, you know, turnover. You know, that's a thing now where now all of a sudden you're seeing a whole bunch of help wanted signs, right? You know, maybe this job doesn't pay enough or that job doesn't pay enough, so you figure you want to go out and get another job. But if my job that didn't pay enough also offered a mentoring and scholarship program that myself being a student or my child being a student can participate in, it would be an incentive for me to stick with that employer.
Do the kids have to pay anything to be in this program with you?
No, it's free.
Oh, so it's free for them.
Absolutely free. And if I can, if you know, while I guess I got the platform, just a quick thing that I wanted to let your viewers know. If you or anybody else, if you know any students between the ages of 7 and 12 years old, or 13 and up, living here in the state of Texas, hopefully right now San Antonio, but we look to grow nationwide. And you know, maybe they need volunteer hours. Maybe they want to just have a desire to make a difference in the lives of others. Please reach out to us. You can give me a call directly, 210-741-1223. Or from your mobile phone, you can text the letters MMM, so 3 M's in a row, to the short code 63975. So again, that's MMM to short code 63975 if you want to get more information about the program.
Any social medias maybe, or
yeah,
websites?
I mean, we're on Facebook. You know, if you do text in, message and data rates may apply, but we are on Facebook at Dream Leadership Academy USA. You got to put the USA at the end, right? Because otherwise you have people with Dream Leadership Academy this, Dream Leadership Academy that. So we're USA, right? So Dream Leadership Academy USA, or on Instagram at Dream Leadership Academy.
Okay.
.org.
And where are you located?
So right now we're operating here in San Antonio. We were in an office on the east side, and it just didn't work out. Ended up, you know, I guess being not a big enough environment for us to do what we needed to do. So on the 1st of January, we will be back here on the east side, but in a much larger facility. That way we can accommodate all of the students and parents and different organizations. And as we have our meetings with different corporate donors that want to get involved with the program. So more information to come on that. Definitely check us out. Stay connected with us. Add us on Facebook or on Instagram, because that'll definitely be the place where you'd want to get more information about it.
So I'm a little curious. What
Yes, sir.
type of businesses are on this band?
So right now, when we first started out, our very first partner was Planet Wireless. They saw value in what we were looking to do for the community, what we were looking to do for their students that worked for them specifically. And then since then, we've kind of grown to some pretty serious businesses. One, Abba Fathers Christian store. They have about 3 locations here in San Antonio. They offer a variety of different Christian literature, posters, souvenirs, everything, oils, everything, license plate frames, candles, anything you can think of. We've also added Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Okay. Denny's as well. And as well as Dave & Buster's. So we have some pretty serious partners so far. We look to continue that effort. We only have so many spots available, so, in each category or industry. So as soon as we get the required number that we're looking for as far as partnerships go, we hope to really take over San Antonio.
So small businesses in the community can participate in this.
Absolutely, but not just for-profit businesses, not just the for-profit businesses. We've met with a few different nonprofits as well that hope to partner with us. One in particular, Monster Moms. She does a lot with the single moms in the area, backpack drives, turkey giveaways. And we hope to, in 2020, we hope to make a huge impact here in the East Side, but throughout the entire city of San Antonio. So it doesn't matter where your business is, how small your business is. I mean, you could be Jose's Lawn Service. You could be Jerome's Chicken.
I was going to ask you, what different, are there certain categories? Is it only food?
No. So if you have a business that's a great question. If you have a business in the dining industry, health and beauty, so like Gold's Gym, right? True Fit, right? Planet Fitness.
Just any place of business, pretty much, huh?
Not any. So dining,
right,
health
so
and beauty.
You wouldn't want the strip club or something.
That would fall under entertainment. Rick's Cabaret, the Perfect 10. But if you have let me just say this: if you have a favorite business that you frequent, I have a Chinese restaurant over here on the East Side, really good. They know me every Tuesday. They have a 2-plate special. But my, any favorite business that you may have, show them this podcast, show them this interview, tell them about it, give them the website, grab their business card, go to our website, enter in their information, and we'll reach out to them. That's probably the best way that your viewers can help us at this point is, tag us on their page. If you have a favorite business on your Instagram page, tag us. Dream Leadership Academy, Instagram, right? Same thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No, go ahead.
Say I want to purchase it now. Say it's somebody at home who wants to purchase it now. Could they
purchase what?
The band.
So we don't sell bands.
So they only can get it from these students.
They seek donations. We seek a donation.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So it's not.
So the band is free. The membership is free. Okay. We offer a free membership, right? That's not necessarily saying that you're a member in our organization, even though you could be, but that's a completely different membership fee. But to participate in the program, to help out these students, to do some good in your community, to show that you did good in your community, donate to one of the teams of students that are out there. If you get asked by a student, hey, would you like to help me earn a scholarship? Would you like to help me do a turkey drive? Would you like to help me, whatever it is, if you can find it in your heart to help your community, show it, donate to that kid, get your membership band, and walk right into Dave and Buster's and get to play for free, get $20 worth of games for free, or go to Denny's and get 15% off for your meal, or go to Planet Wireless and get 20% off any accessory in their store. You know what I mean? And that's just the value that we're looking to bring. I think it's a win-win-win. A lot of our partners are telling us that it's a win for them, a win for the consumers, and a win for the community and its students. So, you know, I guess my philosophy, or the reason why I chose to go this direction, is there are a lot of businesses that want our business, right? Show me you want my business.
Right. So what exactly has Dream Leadership done for the community as of now? Because y'all been open for a little minute. What have y'all done?
So you talking about just other than random supply drives?
I mean, because you said
the
kids supposed to be doing things in the community. So I'm trying to figure out what have y'all done?
Us specifically, or the kids? So to give
well, I mean, because y'all are one and the same in a sense.
To give you an example, let's say you want to do I'll give you one. So we did a trash pickup, right? We went out. It was myself and a couple other adults and a few kids. And we went out and we cleaned up. I wouldn't call it a park, but it was just an area where the kids could play, right? So the hope would be that over time, maybe another team comes in and wants to add to that. Maybe they want to go get a park bench put in, or a jungle gym put in. But it starts with that cleanup. But it really starts back with the mowing down of the lawn, right? So in order to mow down the lawn and maintain that area, there's a few things that you're going to need. Lawn equipment, right? So what do you call that? The mower, right? Different shears, gloves, trash bags and whatnot. And unless you just have those things laying around, which has been the normal MO for most organizations, you know, they just take from their household and give, and there's nothing wrong with that. We try to make things a little bit more effective. Have you ever seen when people are standing on the side of the road and they're selling water bottles to raise money, or candy apples to raise money, or they're just asking you for money, right? So instead of doing that, why not offer something of value to the consumer, right? Let them know what you're raising the money for, and give them an opportunity to help. We found that to be a lot more effective. Make sense?
What else have y'all done in the community besides the trash pickup?
What else have we done specifically? Turkey giveaways. We just did a turkey giveaway yesterday.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, we gave away 5 turkeys.
Okay. I mean, that's something, you know what I'm saying?
Something's better than nothing, right? Which is why we need more donors.
Yeah. So what events do you have coming up today?
Today?
I'm sorry. What events do you have coming up?
So in January, we would like to host a huge event on the east side over, you know, where the old, I think they call it Wheatley Courts, right? So on the east side, now it's called East Meadows.
So they remodeled all that.
Man, it's beautiful over there. It's very nice. If you need a place to stay, I definitely recommend you check them out. But they just built I think it was a $30 million park over there in that area. It's huge. We'd like to host an event over there in January. Give an opportunity for our community to come out as a whole, right? Interact with each other, engage with different vendors that are there, right? Learn about the businesses that care in your community. And, you know, we'll probably do several giveaways at the event, right? But then later on in the year, closer to summertime, we have a silent auction planned.
What?
A silent auction.
What is that?
So they go, if you know, you purchase a ticket, you show up at the auction, and you know, essentially it's a raffle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Silent auction.
You're raffling off different things.
I like the way you put it though.
to raise. Well, it's called a silent auction. Yeah, you can look it up. But that's what we're looking to do, and you know, that's just the start. I mean, there's a number of things we're going to be doing throughout the city that I think is what's really important. And you know, our first quarter project is we would like to help out a senior community here in San Antonio. When you're a senior, I was speaking with one of the directors, and she said when you're elderly, your family is growing up, they're going on and they're doing different things. They may not get a lot of visitors, right? So what happens when it's your birthday?
So these kids will make them feel special in a sense.
Not necessarily the kids, but we just want to donate a portion of our proceeds to the senior community, and then hope that they in turn have maybe a birthday celebration every month for everybody whose birthday was in that month. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So if you have 10 of your members of your elderly community whose birthday is in January, right? But you don't have the funds to, throw a birthday celebration or even go out and buy a cake. We would like to help that process out. So we look to do that here in April, coming up in 2020.
All right. So was there anything else that you wanted to speak about the nonprofit that I may have missed?
So I don't know, more like, I just think the concept of working together is important, right? A lot of times when we look back on where we've been to where we are now, I think we have a lot more room to grow, right? I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible. I still see people, running around with their pants hanging off their butt, and then when they see me, they think I'm just like that, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, stereotyping, right? I guess it's a matter of opinion that I don't want to see your pants hanging off your butt. I don't want to see your booty cheeks as you walk. It's not really a thing for me.
So you're hoping this program definitely
guides them in the right direction, gives them that guidance, has somebody in their ear saying, yeah, that's not cute, right? It's one thing if I tell you that's not cute, you probably want to fight me.
Well, I mean,
but if your homeboy tells you that's not cute, you probably stop doing it, right? Living righteously is, I think, what can help us achieve more.
Wow, how do you plan on teaching that though with this program? That's what
I mean. It goes back to like our core values, right? So if you live a certain way, right? If you always do what's right, if you always work hard, if you understand that, big efforts equal big rewards, little efforts equal little rewards. I mean, there are these, some people call them nuggets. I like to call them mentoring moments. But it's those mentoring moments that can make a huge difference in the life of a child, right? Just the other day, I was playing with a young lady. That sounded wrong. I was working with a child, and the young lady said, well, I don't know what to do with, I'm not gonna tell you what the situation was, getting into her personal life, but I tried to give her the best advice that I could from the perspective of a father figure, right? And she seemed like she got it. Whether she did or didn't, she looked like she did. I'm hoping then that she takes that and grows and applies it. Absolutely. If you don't have those sort of people in your corner that are going to tell you these things to point you in the right direction, I got a friend of mine a long time ago from high school. He's probably watching this, or he will be watching this, but in high school, all we did was played ball. We played sports, basketball, football, volleyball, ran track, volleyball, yes, in Hawaii. But I don't think he was too certain what he was going to do after high school. I'll just say that, right? I don't think he really had his game plan in place.
Right.
But through knowing my dad, and my dad always kind of being in his ear, I think ultimately that's what encouraged him to go ahead and join the Air Force. And I think that's been a real good decision for him.
Do you think that words is going to make it happen, or it takes more action?
It's actions and words.
Okay.
Right.
So what actions do you plan on taking?
These are the actions. Working together in these settings, in these group environments. It's really all in our guidebook. I mean, and that's what's the main key here is the guidebook. Being able to get that guidebook out. That guidebook is a compilation of several different professionals that are experts in their field, in their industry, accounting, discipline, leadership, right, and so on. And those mentors work with these students to apply what's in the guidebook, right, and to go out and essentially take hold of these concepts and apply them in their normal day-to-day living. You know what I mean? When someone cuts me off in a parking lot and takes my spot, you ever seen that show Boondocks? Right? I could have what do they call it?
An inward moment.
I mean, it's a nigga moment, right? Inward moment. So I don't want us to have nigga moments, and you don't have to be black just to have a nigga moment, right? But applying discipline and restraint in those moments, I think, can get you a lot further in life, right? If a cop pulls you over and you don't know what to do, right? I mean, we have, Sheriff Javier Salazar, okay, right? And he believes in what we're doing. And I've asked him to come out as well and speak to our students as well at the beginning of the year. And he's all for it because it's those nuggets that if you don't know, that is ignorance, right? And ignorance doesn't apply when it comes to the law. So it's just different things like that I find myself having a woosah moment and knowing that I need to go this path, I need to take this path or this direction to do what's right. Road rage, right? People have it, right? Having the knowledge and the wherewithal to understand that we're all going to get there. Some of us are going to get there safely, and some of us may be in a car crash.
What's a strategy that you're going to use to get them to understand this?
It's all in the guidebook, brother. Okay. So in order to
you want to find out about that,
you want to find out, come, show up, find out, connect with us first. And at the beginning of the year, we'll be at the MLK March as well. So come out to the nation's largest Martin Luther King Jr. March here in January, and find us, find somebody from our team, find myself, find our booth, and get more information on how you can join, how you can build your team. The one thing that I would recommend that you start doing now, or recommend that your viewers start doing, is who are some people that you can count on to work with you to achieve something great in your area, whether it's your neighborhood, your street, your community, on behalf of your church, whatever the case may be. Just because you have an entity already, whether it be a business or an organization, nonprofit or other, doesn't mean that you can't put together your team, your action team that's going to go out.
What does that consist of? I don't know if we talked about that or not.
So teams are going to have a coach, or we call them head coaches, and a team captain, right? And so each one of those kind of has its own role, roles and responsibilities.
So it's coach, team captain,
coaches, team captains, and players,
okay,
right? Which are your students.
Okay.
Together, they are known as dream teams.
The dream team.
The dream team, right? If you remember from you remember the dream team, right?
You talking from Space Jam?
Yes, Space Jam.
You mean USA, the USA team, the Olympics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You had the dream team, then you had the redeem team, right? And so it was really just a mix of all-stars, or in this case, heroes from your community. More importantly, hometown heroes. So find out more online, like I said, at Dream Leadership
you sitting
Academy.
At home? You sitting at home? You have some kids at home. There you go. You got your team pretty much, huh? Mom and pops and the kids, huh?
Basically, and even if you don't come from a mom and pop household, even if you're just a mom with a couple of kids, even if you're a dad with a couple of kids, we have veterans that are prepared to kind of step and roll as a foster coach, if you will. So if you're a veteran and you want to get involved, reach out to us. If you just want to help and you don't know how, come join. Our next meeting is going to be next Tuesday.
So they would just call that phone number that you gave out?
Just give us a call.
Can you give us the number again?
It's area code 210-741-1223. So 1223. Or you can find more information online, dreamleadershipacademy.org. And again, on Facebook, not to beat the horse with a stick, right? But on Facebook at Dream Leadership Academy USA, right? Or on Instagram at Dream Leadership Academy.
All right. Anything else?
No, I mean, I don't have anything else. I mean, do you have anything else?
No, I mean, unless you want to talk about some other stuff.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. Lately, what I've been doing just to kind of spark interest or see what kind of answers I can get, I'll ask you the same question. Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about being a mentor?
If I thought about being a mentor? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Where did that go? Where did that thought go?
It just went to a thought.
It was a thought.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I had acted on it.
Fair enough, right? Now, would you say you didn't act on it because you didn't know of any opportunities or things that you could do?
I mean, I guess besides, I don't even know if you can volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club. So yeah, you're right. I don't know for sure that I could go.
What channel, what direction, what location, what organization, where can you go, right? I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Mm-hmm. You don't just go and join Kappa Alpha Psi, right? There's a process. Mm-hmm. The NAACP. Mm-hmm. Now, you can just go and join the NAACP, but they will expect you to serve, right? We are an option. If you want to do good in your community, if you want to do good by others, if you believe that our children are our future, if you want more and better for the Black and brown boys and girls living here in America today, if you feel things need to change, if you want to unite and uplift, come see us.
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it here first. All right, y'all, man. It's Radioactive Podcast. Peace.